Hello and welcome back to episode 7 of our Timberborn Emberpelts Canyon playthrough. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Glad to have you. Without further ado, let's get started. So, on our Emberpelts playthrough, we're in this unique situation where nothing is on fire. Everything's under control at the moment, which feels kind of strange. How did this get flooded? I'm not sure. This is a two-way levee, right? So it shouldn't let water through there. How did this get flooded? I don't know. Maybe, oh, I think it was already flooded and then I finished building this levee to unflood it. Okay. So we got our scaffolding and we could actually go higher with this if we wanted to. We got water sources there. It would be, actually we can't right now. Unless we pressurize this, we can't go higher because this is where the sluices are. We might look into pressurizing that in a bit. Nothing to do in range. Okay. Good job. You're done. Okay. Yeah, we are a little low on logs, so I might just go ahead and continue this pathway over across this way. It's not an urgent thing by any means, but then we can harvest all of these trees over here as well. Okay, that's looking good. So I definitely want to get more of the food types going. We don't have the grist mill yet, so we don't have cornmeal or wheat. So that might be something to consider. We're also going to need kind of to expand our food capabilities. So I want to pick out a place for a farm and an irrigation plot. I mean, we could do here. We do have this irrigation plot here, but it's not exactly ideal. Maybe if we level this a little bit more, maybe that would be a good plan. So that's something to consider. Yeah, let's work towards getting up here, harvesting these trees, and then leveling this down to this level for more farmland. I think that would be a good plan. And I think I'm just going to build some two-ways up there from over here. In order to make that happen. Is that long enough, high enough to go over those? Nope. Probably one more. There we go. And if we just do a short little two-way bridge there, we're up there. Okay, so let's do the small two-way station. A path and a lumberjack to start with up here. Mark those trees for cutting. Excellent. We were starting to build scaffolding here. Why isn't this one built yet? It's just, they're just taking a while. We don't have a lot of builders. Okay. Excuse me. Building scaffolding here in order to put dynamite down here. Okay, where's our explosive factory at? Right there. And we do have bad water, and these are working away at it. Okay. Don't have a lot of dynamite capabilities quite yet, but that is a-okay. Looking pretty good. So yeah, it'll take them a while to build these two boys, and that's fine. That's not a problem. What does the dirt excavator need? Just bricks, gear, everything we have. So we might look into getting a dirt excavator going here pretty soon. Um, I'm thinking I'm just gonna tuck it away. I want it close to this power system, I think, still. But I'll maybe tuck it over here in the corner, maybe back here. I think that might be an okay spot. Just keep it a little bit out of the way, so it's not causing us issues with any place we want to build. Yeah, I think if I just put one platform here and then put it right there, I think I like that location actually. And we can start getting some dirt and terrain tiles going. I am going to bring the power connections around the back of this scrap, I think, for now, so that they're out of the way. And we can connect it right there, I do believe. Okay. So we'll actually connect it right here. Then we just need a single platform here. Vertical power shaft, like so. Other ones like that. We did it a little bit. We should have maybe just put it down there, and that way they could access the door from this level, but this will work too. It's not an issue. We are trying to play without the ladders, and that should be totally doable still. All right, there we go. I'm just going to build a path here to make sure that they can reach all of those power shafts. Okay, we have an awful lot of building projects now queued up and not an awful lot of builders. Part of the problem with that is we don't have the population. We're waiting for our population to increase. We have free beds, but no kits. I'm wondering why that is. Why aren't our beavers getting busy and making some kits? There's 3 openings there. Yeah, they're just not filling up at the moment. Let's just check out all of this. Building lacks power. We're out of charcoal? Is that what I'm seeing? Building lacks workers. Okay, that's fine. We are really running out of population issues. We keep having beavers die of old age and no kits are being born. Why aren't our kits being born? We don't have any homeless beavers. I'm a little concerned and confused. Just gonna pause and unpause these, because we have lots of open beds. What is actually going on here? I'm gonna try just building a new lodge and see if then they'll start having kits, because there are no kits, no children at all. And that is strange, to say the least. I'll just make it a normal lodge that's touching the ground. Do we have any builders at all right now? Yeah, we're having beavers die of old age and no new kits are being born at all. I honestly think this might be a bug with the mod. We're just gonna wait and see if now that we have this lodge, if that helps anything. They can obviously access this stuff. Do we have too many free beds, if there is such a thing? Okay. Beavers are not creating kits, and it is causing major issues. I am going to pause this episode and see what is up with that. Oh, maybe it's the 24-hour workdays. I don't know how long we've had that. Okay, instant I lowered that workdays, they went back to their houses and they're making kits. Apparently, beavers don't have time to make babies if they're working 24 hours. So that appears to be the problem. Okay. Glad we got that fixed. Let's keep some of these paused so we don't have major population boom, because we're already having issues with population now. So, yeah, we had 24-hour workdays turned on for some reason, and it made it so our beavers did not have time to make babies. That makes sense a little bit. Yeah. So we're gonna wait for some of these. Hopefully they start making these kits again. Only two were born. Why were only two born? And they're still empty beds. I guess they probably just gotta wait till the end of the working day. Then they'll go home, and if my theory is correct, now they'll start making some more babies. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's kind of strange thing to be excited about. A little bit. Okay, so the issue is that they had too many working hours. They weren't able to do their jobs to make babies. That's not their job, but you know what I mean. We weren't getting anything, and now we're out of power because we're out of charcoal. So we need to have this charcoal kiln be high price. Okay, it is being made. Prioritize it by haulers. Why aren't you making charcoal? You're full on charcoal. We don't have any haulers delivering the charcoal. Okay, so even if we just have 3 haulers and put it at high priority, they will then deliver the charcoal to the engines and we'll have power. It's not that we ran out of charcoal. No, not at all. It's that we ran out of haulers to move the charcoal. Unconnected building. That's just for now. Not anything I'm worried about at this moment. Building lacks workers. Yes, I'm sorry. That's just how it is at the moment. Yep. Nothing else to say about it. We're just going to lack workers for a little bit. Honestly, I don't think we need to build a whole lot right now, so we're going to pause that. I'm fine with just 2 builders while we wait for things to stabilize. We need these kits to grow up a little bit more. I'll pause one of these to open up some beds. Unconnected. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's the unconnected building. What construction lacks materials? Ah, the explosives. Again, something I'm not terribly worried about. So we did have a little bit of a fire there with... I don't remember why I put them on the 24-hour work days. I'm sure I could go back and watch my video and find out. But it was because of the 24-hour work days, our beavers were not making kits. And now we're at a major labor shortage. Okay, there are a lot of kits were born this night. It almost feels like they can get 1 kit per active lodge with a spot. So they didn't fill all the beds. And I'm thinking that's because some of these lodges had multiple spaces open. And that's why they didn't fill all of the spaces, perhaps. That's right, there's lodges down here. Okay, so the next night they'll make some more kits so we can turn on another lodge, I think. We're going to get our population back up there so we can have our workforce doing what we need it to do. Hopefully those kits grow up here soon. Let's follow our builders and see what they are working on. The power shaft, that's very good. We do need that. No doubt. Okay, this method of doing it with that other bridge from the other side isn't going to work since we can't reach the other side. So we're just going to do a platform and then, yeah, then normal two ways. Still have plenty of resources. It's just the labor because of the little issue we had. Okay. Looks like this is actually ready to explode. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's make it so we can see through the water a little bit easier than that. Perfect. Extra storage in that dam. This is probably flicking on and off as the water evaporates. Yep, open, closed, open, closed. Okay. And 5-5 so that it never goes beyond these dams. Okay. Good. Beaver injured. Lacks power. I'm sure it's all still this. Okay. That's not a problem. I'm not worried about that. Okay. All good. We got a lot of kits now. We're probably not going to unpause this last one for a little bit here. I want some of those kits to grow up. Actually curious. A place to see adult beavers. Okay, let's click on one of these kits. Adulthood 30%, 78. Okay, a lot of them are kind of close. Not really. See, the next tier of growth speed is 38 well-being. Can we get up to 38 well-being average? Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, maybe if we just maybe a dance hall would be helpful at this point, huh? That doesn't require anything besides space. That's kind of industrial. I guess let's build it over here for now. Let's build it like here and then have this kind of segue left and right. Actually, I don't want beavers living in that house. That was just a temporary measure. Then we can also get this exercise plaza because that also doesn't require power or anything, just access, right? We don't have scratchers. We can have some scratchers. I decide where we want to put some scratchers. Looking pretty tight right there, actually. So maybe we just go kind of here for now. Definitely not the best place, but I've seen worse. Okay, so this is a tubeway. So if we have them by the tubeway, that's closely accessible from most places. There we go. Let's prioritize this dance hall and exercise plaza so that we can hopefully get our well-being up to at least 40 to boost these kits' growth speed. Yeah, it's going to be a little while for that. It's fine. Okay, this has power and is accessible. It's just no workers in the district. Not in a huge hurry to get that quite yet. It's going to be nice to have, for sure. We're going to want some dirt. Let's go ahead and build an underground pile here for that dirt, too, for when the time comes. Dirt. This does require quite a bit of logs, and we don't have a lot of builders. Let's get some more builders going now. I think that's a safe thing to do. Maybe some more haulers. Okay. Oh, looks like this is ready to explode. Let's go below that scaffolding and really see what's going on in here. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. It's looking good. Our kits are working and growing up. Really want this dance hall to be done. Maybe I should have focused on the cheaper exercise plaza first. Oh well. We apparently also don't have enough contemplation spots at the moment. So here's all of our housing. It's real tight in there. There's already contemplation spots in a lot of the potential areas. You know what? Let's see if we can. Well, I know we can. Maybe blow up this in order to put some more contemplation spots down there. All right, beavers are growing up. We have workers now. I'm gonna probably unpause this triple lodge at this point. Dance hall is done. Hopefully they'll get our well-being up to where it needs to be. Then we go down in work hours just a little bit. Give our beavers more time to do all the fun stuff. The kits don't work, so they always have time for the fun stuff. This one just hasn't done everything quite yet. Our pepper storage is full. So is our canola oil storage and our radish storage. Very interesting. This is kind of like our food processing area. And our kiln and stuff. Maybe we want to move. I think we do want to move these kilns. Maybe to, yeah, somewhere over here, perhaps. And the mud bath, just to free up this area for more food type production stuff. In fact, I think I'm going to do that. I'll do something like this. Oh, there goes our well-being. Everyone's getting happy. Love to see it. And we're going to do there was 2 kilns over there. And a mud pit. Clay pit, sorry. Not mud pit. Similar but different. There we go. Maybe we need another storage for bricks up here. Yes, let's do that. Right there should be good. Bricks. And let's change this one to food, like peppers. Once these are all built, we can delete some of these other things. Yes, well-being much better. Okay, so this guy's done. Okay, so now we need to blow that up. And we want to go down, it looks like 2 levels. Easily done. Well-being still going up. We got to be careful that we don't get this bad water. So let's just leave that one. Something like that. And like this one can be just 1. Yeah, that should be good. Again, we don't have a whole lot of builders right now, but we have some unemployed beavers, so we can get some builders now. We do need more haulers too. We have a lot of kits as well. There you go. It'll all come together. the adults are working and the kits are just dancing and exercising. Hey, at least they're exercising, I guess. We should just be happy for that, I suppose. Okay, so we don't have a detailer or a carousel. Okay. Nothing to do in range. Okay. Good job. You can just be done. Let's pick up these logs and planks. Kind of surprised they didn't do that already. There we go. Even higher. All the empty beds are full. We have a lot of kits though at the moment. That is okay, I think. Gear workshop. Have we run out of gears at all? No. Did we built the bigger one over here. Okay, so that one's probably just not even necessary, to be honest. We were trying to replace a lot of this stuff with this over here. With the current demand, can we get by with just one of these? We can, especially when it's not a drought. Yeah, we're doing just fine on power there. And that's full, overflowing, and so is this. With that fact, we should try to get some more water, I think. So maybe we unlock this massive underground tank. Which is completely ridiculous amount of water storage. And let's try to pump water as much as we can while the water is flowing. Maybe because of my water issues in my folktail run, I'm a little more nervous about that, but I think while we're in the temperate cycles, storing as much water as we can is beneficial, of course. We definitely don't need this inventor hut going before builder hut. That's not necessary at all. Unconnected buildings. Oh, there you are. So then we can delete these. I'm pretty confident. Don't need the charcoal storage there. Or the clay storage. So I'll free up some stuff for like food production. We have our grills and our bakery up here. You know, this uses charcoal, so maybe having that charcoal storage wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, let's do that. Charcoal, right. Is it in the other one? It might be in the other one. Might be just a pile. Indeed, it's a pile. Okay, excellent. Beavers are happier than ever. Love to see it. And we are actually filling our labor needs. Somewhat, at least. I think we're going to just go ahead and delete that. And we're going to make this higher for scaffolding. So we can keep building up higher on those. So we're going to go like that. We don't need it. We can go excessively high without too much worry. There we go. Then once that's built, I'm going to build another triple lodge on top here. All right, looking good. We have completed at least one of these underground tanks. Go ahead and set that to obtain. This one's still working on being built. And yeah, it's looking good. We are pumping quite a bit of water. Drought has started though, so maybe we want to stop pumping quite so much water. All right, so just letting the workforce stabilize. Don't think we're going to be able to reach all of this. Okay. That should have been obvious. No, we can reach it. It's just... It was that we can't get all the required materials. It all boils down to the earlier labor shortage. Now, after we get this leveled and use that, I think we'll probably use this area as well as a farm, perhaps. We got a lot of area up here, too. Gotta remember, there's this bad water over here. So there's this high point here that keeps this from draining all the way out there. So I think if we actually blow up some of this, we can force it out there a little bit better. So this is going to be a long drought. We're probably going to want flowing bad water. Or a little bit more bad water, right? So let's work on continuing our tubeway over there. We're going to want to get over here for the scrap anyway. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and put this tubeway station. Just do it like that. And we can even mark these trees for cutting. Put another lumberjack up here. And then put a scavenger flag as well. And as long as we stay in the tubeway, we don't need to worry about the bad water contaminating us. So we can do something like this. We could even go down one further to really connect them. Think that should reach it all? Yeah, I'm pretty positive. So we can mark it with a 1 dynamite here. And then like a double here. Although we wanted to probably build where the tubeway is, I guess. We'll at least get this part done. And then we'll work on it from there. Yeah, see, we're out of bad water now. I mean, the other option would be to just pump directly from here, which also wouldn't be a bad option, of course. Not bad at all. I'm actually going to expand this deep water, bad water section a little bit, just so it holds a little bit more while we're pumping. You know what? We could actually just go, this can go up to 4 deep, and right now it's 2. So we can go twice that. So I think if we raise this and then we can put double dynamite down there, that would be in our best interest. Yeah, that's going to be good, actually. Let's go ahead and build some two-boys to help with that as scaffolding. I can't delete that? I think I can. Oh, it didn't need to delete both of those. Okay. Okay, and with that they should be able to plant all of the dynamite. Just because I'm impatient, I want that to be their next priority. There we go. Then I can just set that back to the max limit. This has some work that needs to be done as well. Actually, this should be a pretty high priority as well, because that's what's going to release the bad water to come back over here. We're going to release this bad water and let it flow into our collection pond right here. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, and this is done, which means I think we can go ahead and build another triple lodge. Or do we just go big before we go home? Yep. Although that's literally just two triple lodges stacked on top of each other. And let's re-add those aesthetics of a roof and a bush. Just making sure they have access to all of these. They do. Okay. Sweet. Okay, we are out of bad water though, and out of explosives. To give us access to that other bad water, I am going to destroy some of these explosives. That should be more than enough. And we'll set collecting that on a high priority. And we can set this stuff on very high instead. I feel like I kind of sneezed again. Ooh, I did not quite mute my mic in time. I apologize. But the sneeze actually came that time at least, so I'm not just sitting here feeling like I'm gonna sneeze forever. No storage for the clay. Okay. Oh, we can fix that. We do probably want clay storage, right? clay as a pile, I guess. And the only things that are new things that are piles are clay and charcoal. The rest goes in the warehouse, or a liquid if it's obviously a liquid. All right, we filled up our peppers again. We should have enough dynamite now. This is just waiting to be picked up. Oh no, it's not waiting to be picked up. Where did it go and where was it used at? There's no way they used all that dynamite. We got 94 of it, so what's the hold up here? You can't get all the materials. We have the materials. And they're right here. Maybe if we just put this at high priority instead. I don't know. Okay, they are taking the explosives out of here and putting them over. I think putting them over here. I hope. Put it or over here. We are actually running out of corn juice, which is interesting. Looks like we just need to plant some more corn, it would seem. This has some more range, so let's plant some corn here, huh? Corn. How far can that reach? It can reach as far as it's irrigated. And we can even do a little bit over here too, I do believe. Double check. Yep. We use corn for a lot of stuff, so corn juice, corn meal, grilled corn. We have some unemployed beavers. Let's go ahead and pump some water with those. Maybe actually fill out this. There we go. Plenty of planks, plenty of logs. Okay, it's just that they're focused on building this. And I'm fine with that. Come on. And now that these are done, we can actually delete this. And even, yep, I'll be fine. And then we can place singles here. Highest of priorities. Beyond working hours, okay. Also delete this. Stranded. No, not stranded. Okay, maybe a little stranded. That's fine. So, main thing we need to do now, actually, I think it'd be faster to do it this way. So if we just build a few bridges to cross this. Sure, one right there is fine. One right there will also work. Double dynamite right there. Single over here. If we just have another bridge like here, that will be able to build everything. I think. Yeah, that should be able to reach everything now. Then we can actually have the bad water flow into our collection pond there. Question is, do we still have dynamite? I think we do. Okay, so a lot of this stuff can be deleted. Instead of doing, oh, you were in there? That's unfortunate. Oh, man. Loose as a path for you. Lumberjack, we don't need you anymore. In fact, we don't need this anymore. I should let the bad water flow. And hopefully it gets collected in there. We're gonna pause those. We almost had a contaminated beaver there. Okay, so some of that water's flowing away. Oh well. We collected most of it in this pond by deepening the pond. I think after we pump from here, it's gonna really stop that from flowing there. Yep. It's gonna sink back in there. Perfect. Okay. Operation Access the last of our bad water has been completed. Cool. This is a huge pile of scrap over here. 6 days left of the drought. Okay, we can rebuild these explosives now. Using what we didn't use over there for one, and then for two, the new stuff that we're going to be building because we have access to bad water again. Now they should be focusing their efforts there. Okay, they built that. Good. I've already filled up a lot of that space, actually. We might even be able to have some beavers working in here soon. Oh, we already got a whole bunch of dirt, so we don't even need beavers working in there. A lot of this can probably actually be started. Oh, blown up by an explosion. Obviously, I didn't mean to do that, guys. I apologize. This is why I shouldn't do that early. Oopsie. There's a little bit of casualties there. Just, I think only one died and one got stranded. Still, it was definitely not ideal. Got a little explosion happy, I guess. Um, one thing we can do is unlock these terrain blocks now that we have dirt and level this out. I would even say that's a slightly higher priority than exploding that stuff, because then that really expands our growing area. We'll probably plant some more apple trees. They're just good source of food and juice. We're going to be needing to make apple pie here soon. And yeah, we're having issues with corn, so we're definitely going to plant some more corn up here too. That's right. I was going to blow this up in order to put some contemplation spots there. Well-being. Let's just try 2 of these for now, and then maybe those other spots can be scratchers. Depending on how. Okay, we need contemplation spots. How are scratchers coming along? Scratchers aren't coming very good either, so yeah, let's put some scratchers. There we go. All right, a lot more of this is done. Let's get planting some more corn over here. And some more apple trees. I think that ought to be enough apple trees for now. But definitely more corn. Oh, we deleted the forester that we had over here. Let's rebuild that to plant those apple trees. There we go. Corn. Excellent. I think we might just need paths over here. Yeah, the corn juice is definitely the juice that is struggling the most. It's because we're out of corn. Oh, we have beavers looking for work. Like to see it. Don't know what jobs I want them to do. Don't really need this other gear workshop on at the moment. I mean, there's always the tried and true build more builder huts method. I think right now I'm going to, though I might end up blowing this area up later, I do think I want to expand the flat area of this. And I start with a place that's not going to work. Okay. There we go. Let's just level this out for now. That gives us a little more room to work with in this sector. That's going to use up a lot of dirt, so we can unpause that. I thought one of these maybe were supposed to be charcoal. Yeah, I think so. Not that we're having any issues with charcoal at the moment. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and unlock the large smelter and large gear workshop. We're going to want them at some point here. there a large explosives factory? There's not. I think we want another explosives factory, though. And then the large smelter is still 4 deep. Okay. Something like that. We'll pause that for now and then have a power connection go in into the back of it like that. So we'll keep this paused so that they can build those power shafts. I do think we're gonna want. Yeah, let's get some more. Let's get another hauling post. I think we only have the one, and moving materials around is always such an important task. We'll put it at a little bit lower workplace priority. Okay. Yeah, I think we ran out of all the bad water, even these pumps. Yep. Okay, so we can unpause this. Actually, this is the ideal time to build these. We're gonna have to destroy 3 dynamite from up here in order to make that happen. Like that. Okay. Maybe we set this at high priority so that they collect it first. Okay. Excellent. Oh, that released some trapped bad water. Even better. Even better. Dirt's going down fast. Kind of to be expected with this whole project. We are getting full on scrap though. Let's get another underground scrap pile. Let's get another scavenger flag up here. I want these ruins to be cleaned out. They're just kind of in the way at the moment. There we go. Drought has ended. That means water shall be flowing, good and bad water. And we didn't even come close to running out of water. Love to see it. How are we doing? Power supply. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So we fleshed out some more of our industrial sector, got access to this scrap pile. Leveled out our bad water exit so that this will fully drain. We made our bad water pool where we collect from deeper to hold a little bit more during those droughts until we can cap these off with probably some bad water discharge to start with, maybe, so that we can force the bad water out. We might be going with the bad water rigs eventually instead. That might make more sense. Wait a minute, what's this? Phoenix essence at the bad water rig can make water? How do we make Phoenix essence again? How do we make Phoenix essence? That's a Phoenix distillery. Biofuel, charcoal, and a pepper equals Phoenix essence that can then be made into water. That's interesting. It's the only thing I've seen that's ever made water. I thought they should just add a way to um, purify bad water. And this is basically what this is doing at the bad water rig, really, by using Phoenix Essence. It's a lot of water that's coming out of that, too. But there's a lot that goes into it. Like, first you have to, at the refinery, you can just straight use charcoal and bad water to make biofuel. That's right. Interesting. But you need to use water and other things to make biofuel. You can get your biofuel from just bad water as well. This can run during a drought. So this allows you to get bad water during a drought. And this bad water rig lets you use extract to get more bad water. Does that actually increase the net bad water gain? Because the centrifuge uses bad water. 4 bad water for 1 extract, 2 extract for 20 more bad water. Yeah. Because that's costing you 8 bad water for 20 more, and it's coming out faster. We'll probably be doing bad water rigs, guys. One of these for bad water and maybe one of them for clean water at some point. Once we get the Phoenix distillery up and running. That's interesting. So that lets you get water even during a drought or bad tide. None of the other factions have an option for that I know of. And I honestly think just a water purifier, charcoal purify, can be used to like purify water. So having charcoal on this faction, I kind of expected that maybe we could do that, or that we should. I think that should become a base game thing. I like the charcoal. Charcoal should be accessible at least to Iron Teeth, and I think to both of them in order to purify some bad water. Because they both have ways to get bad water throughout a drought. And if there's a way to turn that bad water into clean water, that would be very helpful. You're still limited to how much bad water you can get. There's a limit there. But it would open up a lot of possibilities. Just a few more things to blow up here. So I think I can blow up this side. Nobody died. Wonderful. Glad to see it. Is our corn bouncing back at all? Not really. We might still need some more corn. That's okay. We can get more corn. We kind of knew corn would be a major resource. Because it's used in so much of the food recipes. All right. Leave that at that, I think. You don't have an entrance? What are you talking about? Of course you do. With that being built, we probably don't need this gear workshop at all, to be honest. In fact, I'm positive of it. I don't even know if we need this lumber mill. I don't think we do, but I'm not as positive on that. And grist mills go this way. We're definitely going to need some grist mills at some point. To get that cornmeal and to get that flour. Because we like giving our beavers all the food types. Okay, this is going well. The closest thing to a things going sideways that we had was the why is that apple tree getting cut? Was the 24-hour workdays, and then the beavers didn't have enough time to do any baby making. Then we had some labor issues. That issue has stabilized itself. I am happy to report. Yeah. So this run is going pretty smooth. We're trying to get a little more corn to get the corn juice going. That'll happen. Finalizing some of where we're going to put industrial stuff. It looks like to build the rest of that dirt we need to do that. We needed a path. We're going to demolish that slope and put another piece of terrain there. All right, but I think this went very well. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, why not? Subscribe. And, yeah, go ahead and leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and I will see you guys next time.